Hi guys. So I just decided to make this video to serve as a help to fellow students who are doing BUS 115, which is business application. So from here you can see this is the second assignment in week one, which is human resources. So when we you see this in your portal, we have a scenario that indicates that shows us what we are supposed to do or what everything is all about before we go to the requirement, which is the actual work or what we're going to do in the worksheet that will be provided. So from the scenario, it tells us that we've been called or hired to help manage the human resource people work, which means that we are going to help to calculate the earnings of employees um, for the month using the amount of hour per hour rate that they used to pay them. Okay, there are other things that we are going to do. But let's first start with downloading. Let's first download the workbook. Okay, so I've downloaded the workbook. I'll open it and then we'll start with our work. Great. So this is the workbook. So the workbook has a lot of sheets. We have the employee list sheet. We have January, February, March, April, May, June. So we are going to work on all of these. Okay, so let's go back to the requirement. So from the requirement, it says that organizing the employee sheets. So the first requirement makes us to work purposely on this first sheet, which is the employee list. Okay, before we go to January, February, March, and April. Okay, so let's see what we are going to do. All right, so the first one says we should use auto fit column width feature to do what, to make sure that everything is what visible, and then we should do what, hide the government ID column. Okay, so let's start with that. So the first one helps us to do what, says we should increase the column width. Okay, so I'll do that by selecting the whole page or the whole details, and then click on format, and then you see we have auto fit column width. Okay, so when I click on that, you can see that everything is now showing. Now it says that we should hide this government ID column. Okay, so we'll do that by clicking on left click here, and then you see hide. So you click on hide, it will hide. Okay, and then it says that some of the rows are hidden. Make sure all rows are what, on hidden, and then use group feature to combine street address, city, and state columns. This allows the owner to quickly expand and collapse the information. Okay, so let's do that. You see that some of them are hidden. So when you come here, you can see that from 1, 2, 3, we jump to 24. So it shows that there are some people here which have been what, hidden. Okay, so we do that. We left click, and then we click on what, on hide. Sorry, left click and we click on hide. So when you click on hide, oops, let me select everything. Okay, so select everything, left click, and then click on hide. All right, so you can see that from 1, 2, 3, 4, you see that all those people that were hidden are now hot, have been able to appear. And it says that we should combine street address, city, and state columns, and then we do what? Use group feature to not combine them. Okay, so I'll do that by selecting address, city, and state. Okay, so you come here, I'll click on sort of field. Sorry, I'll click on data, and then I'll use group feature to group them. So you can minimize and then you can also maximize. Okay, let's minimize it. Okay, And then let's see the next one. It says sort the list to show employees in alphabetical order. Use the autofill feature to create an employee ID number for each column provided. Add filters to the list. Later in the step, you will use it. Okay, so let's do number 5 and number 7 together, and then we'll come back to number 6. Okay, so it says that we should set this alphabetically. Okay, so I'll select the whole. Okay, I'll go back to home, and then from here I'll sort it from A to Z, which is what alphabetical order. Okay, it says that we should add what? Then number 7 says we should add filters. So adding filters, you select the heading, you come here, and then you click on filter. Okay, so this filter can be used to filter. You can select only male. You can select some people. If you want to take some people out, you can use it to do it, to select them. Okay, so it says that we should, number 6, we are not done. It says that we should use autofill feature to create an employee ID number for each each in the column provided, each employee in the column provided. Okay, so they did not give you any employee ID. Okay, but you are supposed to provide one for them. Okay, so let me say this is what I am creating for my employees. Okay, let me see HW10010001. Okay, so you come here, you say we should use autofill feature. So when you click on what you've created, and then you come down here, you see that the cursor has changed to a small plus, small black plus. So that is what we use to use autofill feature. So you can see that as I drag, it is changing from 001 to 002. As I drag, it's changing. So that's what we use to fill for all of them. Great. That is great. Okay. So let's see the last one. Say use page layout to set print area to B2 L65. Prepare the sheet to print landscape. 1 page wide, 3 page tall. Okay. So let's see that. All right. So I'll select say B2 from here to L65. So I'll select to L65. And then I'll click on print layout. I'll click on set print area. I'll set this print area rate. And then it says here that it says I should print it 1 page wide, 3 pages tall. Okay. So in a landscape form, and it says that I should print it in, sorry. Okay. So we should fit it to 1 page wide and then 3 pages. Okay, first you see that the scaling is adjusted, selected to adjusted, but you change it to fit to, and then you select what you were given there. Say 1 page wide, 3 pages tall. Okay, so this is 1 page wide by 3, and you click on OK. All right, so you can see that it has changed when it comes to this place. All right, so that's all for the employee list sheet. Okay, so let's go to calculating employee earnings. Okay, so it says that number one, it says that on the sheet with the name of month and the employee's name listed, add a new column to the left of the employee names for employee ID numbers. Label it in row 2. Okay, so what we are going to do is that this employee ID that we created, we are going to do what? Create it for all the employees here. Okay, so we are going to give it to them according to what has been shown here. Okay, so I advise that first of all, do what? You first of all select the whole passage, and then you do what? And then you sort it to alphabetical order. Set all of them for all the months. You can see some of the months are already set in alphabetical order, but there are some of them that are not set in alphabetical order. Like for example, April. You can see it's not set in alphabetical order. I think March is in alphabetical order. But if you are not sure, it is wise that you do what? You set each of them in alphabetical order. Okay, so let's go to April. Okay, so select April, and then we'll set it in what? In alphabetical order. Set it in alphabetical order. We go to May. You can see that it's also not set in alphabetical order, so we do that. Set all of them in alphabetical order. Sort in alphabetical order. And then we do same for July. Great. Then we come here. Then we insert, we left click. And then it says we should insert at the left side, according to the instruction. We should insert to the left of the employee name for what? The employee ID. We should label it in row 2. Okay. So let me increase, sorry. Let me increase the width a bit. Okay. So we should label employee ID. Okay. Okay. So to not make mistake, it's wise that you come here, then you copy, and then just paste it here. Paste, and then you drag. You can see it's very, very what? Simple. So you do the same for all the months. Insert, left click and insert, increase the width a bit, and then you write you do the same thing. Come here, you copy, then paste, and then you drag. Let me bold in this. Great. Okay. So you do the same thing for March. Set, increase, copy, paste, and drag. I'm sorry, I'm not too fast. We are all learning. copy again, and then, oh, sorry. Okay, so drag. Okay, let me copy this before we even move to me. Okay, so we still, sorry, click on this. Oh, this is a mistake. I'm sorry. Let me clear it off. Let me clear it off. Oh shit. Oh, okay. Okay, go to me. Sorry for the mistake. So I'll come back to here, copy. I'll come to here, paste, and then drag. Great. Okay, so let's do for June. I'll come to May. Okay, so let me bold in this one. I'll copy. I'll come and paste it here. Paste, and then I will drag to fill for the rest. Okay, so we do for the last insert. Okay, and then okay, so I'll come back here. I'll copy, go to July, paste, and then drag to fill for the rest of the employees. Okay, great. So we are done with the first part. Let's go back to the employee list and let's see what it has for us. Okay. So it says that add filters to the list. Make sure to select A to E and sort the list on each sheet to show employees in alphabetical order. Okay. So we already set it in alphabetical order. That is for the month. So we say we should add filters. Okay, so let's just add filters. So you select the topics. You say you select from A to E, and then just add filter. Then do for the rest of the month. Just add filter. Okay, this one already has filter. Can clear it and then add your filter. Add filters. Add filter. Add filter. Add filter. Okay. So go back here. So it says that every employee needs their own unique employee ID, which we've done already. On each sheet in the workbook, the ID number for giving must be consistent. Okay, so that's why I advise that you do what? You sort them out first so that it will look like what you did here. Okay, because if you don't sort them out, some of the months contain, in some of the months, they are not set in alphabetical order. So if you make mistake and then you put their ID numbers there without sorting them first, you find yourself wanting. Some of them, the employee ID be for others because you're supposed to look onto what is here and you do the same thing to the over there. That's nice. Okay. So we also done this one. Say use copy and paste valid features to fill the employee ID on all the man sheets. Double check that we have sorted the names correctly so that the employee. So we already done that. Okay. So you say we should add a new sheet. We'll move on to the 2. Add a new sheet and put this at the last sheet in the workbook. Name the sheet wage rate. Okay. Right. So you say we should add another sheet. So just click on this button to pop up new sheet. So just click on it. Say we should move it. You can just hold it and drag it to the last part. Okay. And say we should name it as what? Wage rate. Okay. So just left click and then you rename. Wage rate. Okay. So you say create a yellow cell. Create a cell. Sorry. It says that create a cell with the current wage rate in dollars. Use a fill color to highlight this cell yellow. Okay. So this new sheet that we created for wage rate says that we should do what? We should create a cell with the current wage rate. Okay. So when we come up here, we can see from the scenario that the restaurant is going to change their rate, but the rate of pay $8.50 per hour. Okay, so this is the wage rate that we are doing what we are using. Okay, so when we come to this sheet name wage, we say we should create a cell, fill it with yellow. So this is the fill color. Okay, so you can just click on it and then look for yellow color, then it will fill it for you. Then you type in the current wage rate, which is $8.50. Okay. All right. So we can just make it what a currency. All right. So it will show as what currency. You can just do it from here. It's just currency. Okay. Okay. So the 4th one says each sheet with the name of a man needs to have a total amount earned per month calculated for each employee. Okay. So this is what we are coming to look for. These empty sheets here, empty columns here. So we are going to look for. Okay. So the formula has been given to us. Say for each employee, the formula is equal to hours worked times number of days times hourly wage. Okay. Hours worked times number of days times hourly wage. Okay. So for each month, we have the hours worked per day. I have the number of days work. Let me increase it a bit so you can see. Okay. But we are coming to use it to calculate the total amount and per month. Okay. So we can see even the formula here, hours work times number of days times hourly wage rate. So this is the hourly wage rate, the one we just calculated. Okay. So we are going to use cell referencing and anchoring that will help us to calculate for each of the employees here. Okay. So the formula says is equal to hours work per day times number of days work times, and then we'll come here and then we'll click times this. Okay. But because we are using cell referencing and anchoring to calculate for all of them without it moving, we'll anchor it by inserting $sign here and then another dollar sign here. Okay, so when you hit enter to calculate for this person, okay, then you drag it. Okay, so you use the same formula for all the maths. So you anchor it with what is dollar sign here. And another dollar sign here. You hit enter. You'll calculate for you. Okay, summarize this as currency. You drag. Okay, I want it to appear in the middle. All right. So we calculate the same. We use the same thing for March. You format it as a currency. As a currency, and then you drag. So we'll do the same thing for April. You format this as what? The currency. Then you drag. You do the same for May. You do the same for June. Sorry. You format this as a currency. Then you drag. So this is the last one. You format this as a currency. And then you drag. I always want mine to be in the middle. You can choose whichever way you want yours to be. Okay, so we are done with calculating. Let's go back to the instructions and see. Okay, so you say you will need absolute reference or name range to refer to the cell on the summary. Okay, so we've already done it. You say after creating the formula in row 3, use the autofill feature to copy it down for which we have done that too. So the first one is to make each worksheet have a different color. The amount could be different shades of same color to show that they are related. Okay. All right. So let's change the color. So you left click, you see tab color. Let's name it, give it any color. And then here we have tab color, give it the blue. And tab color, and give it this color. Tab color, give it, let me see, left click, and then let me give this one green. Tab color, let me give this one, let me see, left click on it, and then this one this color. And then let me give this one different color. Okay. And then let me give this one, since we have any yellow cell here, give it a yellow color. Okay, great. That's great. Okay. So the last one says, back on the employee sheet, use the filter to hide any male employees that save and submit. Okay. So we do that. So we should use these filters that we created earlier to take away all male employees, which means that we only show female. Okay. So when you do that by clicking on the one gender, the filter on gender, and then you select male out. Okay. Yeah, just click. So you can see you're only showing female. Okay. Make sure that all your cells are visible, that everything is visible to see. And then you need to widen up the widths. And then we are good to go. So this is how to go about the assignment. Thank you.